Hey guys, this is Robert Dailey with the Recreational Woodworker, and this is my final shop tour in this space. We moved into this house almost 4 years ago now, and we fixed up the inside, and we've sold it, we've bought a new house, and so we're moving to that new house. You can see a lot of my house that we fixed up during my kitchen cabinet series, because that was the last thing we did. We moved out of the house, I redid the kitchen, and then we put it on the market. So this shop is 575 square feet. It's kind of an odd shape. You can see it's kind of this really fat L. And I have the camera on wide right now, so it's showing it as a lot bigger than it really is. But I wanted to try to get as big of a field of view, that way hopefully you can get a golden nugget for your shop. So this little corner was created whenever I built my wife's craft room. She wanted a craft room for her, so I lost about 150 square feet. So 575 plus 150 would be 675, 775 square feet. No, 725 square feet. That would have been amazing. This I kind of made into my finishing corner, and it kind of became the staging area because that's the main door I use, because the garage door is kind of a pain. So this became my finishing area, my loadout zone. Everything kind of came in and out of these doors. Walk around, you can see I've got a scaffold that I converted to rolling shelving. That worked okay. I'll get more into that later. And then I have the rest of my shop, which is really what we use. And I did at one point have some drop down canvases or plastic right here for finishing. Over here is my table saw with my table saw outfeed table. This is what I've dubbed my perfectly boring workbench. Super simple. I have these retractable casters on it. Those are really nice. And modular drawers right there that I've covered lots of videos. On this wall I have one that was like a task board for producing dog kennels. At one point we produced 100 dog kennels a year and kept myself and a full-time employee in this small shop. So you can do a lot of woodwork in a small shop. That's my wall-mounted panel clamp. Really like that. Over here's my dust collection corner, and then I have a couple of these modular shop carts that I've built that I really like, and then these will roll into my trailer whenever it's time to go to a job site. AC, love my AC. I'll tell you all about my AC all day long. That guy was a piece of junk, but a great concept. Don't buy the cobalt one, it doesn't last. Hand-me-down drill press I bought. Hand-me-down drill press my awesome neighbor gave me, and we just traded some tools. So I got a drill press that serves me great, and he got some tools that I never used. Over here in this corner, it's kind of just my catch-all. It kind of became just a catch-all corner. I've got my air compressor there, and then if you look, you can see I've got a air hose kind of snaked over to this guy. I'll do something different in my shop. And then a wall of cabinets. This is kind of the centerpiece of my workshop. This is my Polk Smart Bench that I built a custom base for with very good locking casters. So this is kind of my all-purpose workbench, and you'll notice it's parallel to this guy, so I can kind of move back and forth, work in this aisle, and have everything on two sides of me. And then over on this wall behind me, it's kind of my tool wall kind of stuff. Over here I've got my Craig Foreman. It's just kind of where it is right now. This tool and that tool share this vacuum, so I just moved that hose over there. It's not ideal, but it's just what it was. And then here is my Polk Total Station or Polk Smart Station, depending on what you want to call it. I really like the sawhorses down there for storing the material you're using. You can see I've got material stocked up right there. I do wish it was on wheels, but I really like my miter saw. You can't buy this anymore, it's been discontinued. When it dies, I'll cry and then I'll have to get something else, but I love my miter saw and don't see any reason to upgrade until it dies. Stop block system is a direct copy of Ron Paulk. I bought his plans, used those to make this, and absolutely love it. And if you see, this thing looks pretty portable, so I actually load this guy in my trailer whenever it's time to go to a job site. Coming around this way, I've got my big 14-inch Grizzly bandsaw. I've got a great deal. Craigslist, Facebook is your friends for buying tools, guys. I buy a lot of new tools because that's kind of how I am, but I found this guy for $300, and the new model of this goes for over $1,000. So I got a great deal on it. It works good. Might need a little bit of tune-up. I need to balance the wheels and maybe get some new tires for it, but that's good. Right here is my planer extra vacuum. You can see it's not super clean, not super organized, but it is what it is. And my big humongous lumber rack. One thing I added to the shop was this carport. This carport was basically to allow us to move our finishing outside when the weather allowed, and most of the time in Texas you have pretty decent weather. For a while we were producing solely dog kennel furniture under the Texas Custom Kennels brand. I've recombined that with Dailey Woodworks and made a lot of changes with how I do business, but that's a whole different video. But this guy really just allowed our production to get to that next level. This whole thing was like 2,000 bucks installed, which was a phenomenal price. There's no way you can get materials for that. Like wood materials, this guy was fantastic. So this became our finishing area and kind of a loadout zone, staging area, and really allowed us to do a lot of things. And unfortunately, I will not have this at my new shop, and I'll have to make some compromises there. But for when we were really producing, that's what we did. But now, slow things down a little bit and focusing more on really custom stuff. So as we walk over here, you can see my trailer. And my trailer used to be the hub of my shop. And it used to be my only shop for a very long time. So I know a lot of you guys are in small places, one car garage and stuff like that, and you're looking at my shop and you're like, oh my gosh, that's huge. I would love to have something like that. Yes, this is absolutely a great space. I really love it. But I fit my entire cabinet shop in this trailer. This is a 6x12 trailer, so what, 72 square feet? And this 72 square feet was my entire shop for a while. You can see I used to have a bank of cabinets right there. So I would pack in all of my shop tools. Miter saw went right there for storage, and then I would have to set up either in a customer's garage or set up outside in people's driveway to do woodworking. Right now it's kind of just a catch-all. It carries some of just extra tools that I have. That way whenever I go somewhere and I don't forget, you know, the crucial things like an impact or hammer drill or a little vacuum. Got chargers, batteries right there, circular saw, reciprocating saw. And then kind of my overflow of stuff like electrical I don't use a lot, so this kind of became storage. Plumbing I despise, but sometimes you just have to do plumbing. And then my framing nailer, which I never use, but I'll never get rid of because when you need a framing nailer, nothing else will do. This guy's just kind of a little catch-all. So that's my trailer, and that's 72 square feet. So all in all, so we have 575 plus 300, that gets us to 875 square feet, plus another round up, 75 square feet. So what is that? 875 plus 75, 950 square feet, give or take. My video editor will put the correct number down here. But that is my shop, and it has served me really well. My new shop is only about 25 square feet bigger than this interior space, and I won't be able to use my outdoor space as much, just because in the neighborhood that it's in and stuff, so I'll have to make some creative solutions for that. So, if you made it this far, thank you for watching. I have 2 more videos in this series. I'm going to do, one, this was just kind of a quick overview so you can see my shop. The next one I'm going to do is going to do 5 changes I'm going to make in my next shop. 5 mistakes that I made in this one that I won't repeat. And then the final video will be 5 things I absolutely loved in the shop and will 100% do again. So be sure to subscribe and Next week, the next video will drop, and the week after that, the final video in this series will drop. That way it's kind of a quick digest for you if that's what you're looking for. Thanks for watching. Like this video if you liked it, dislike it if you disliked it. Leave a comment, let me know what your space is like. I'd love to know. If you have any ideas for my next shop, let me know that as well. Thanks for watching. Bye.